I mean, who would have thought we'd be sitting here in 2021 and have a chip shortage to where I can't even get a diesel truck within, I don't know, 4 months, something like that, they're saying. Oh, man. I have GMC right now. I really got a whole lot of brand loyalty. It's, I got family discount on GMC. I drive a 2500 Duramax at the moment. Doesn't seem like they've changed them a whole lot, and I've had a couple of them. I'm like, I'm ready for something different. Actually, I wasn't even ready for something different. This truck, I beat the shit out of it. Um, it's I don't ding it up, scratch it up. It's a truck. I tow stuff, firewood, like ATVs. I don't care. It's the truck that I beat up. I live on a dirt road. Um, I put the coilovers in the front with the Fox setup. Got rid of that torsion bar. Fox, 2.0s in the back. I already blew one of those things out, believe it or not. You know, dirt roads, I drive like an asshole. See, if the more washboard there is, you just want to go, the faster you go, and you just skim across the top of it. That's just how I like to drive. Um, but, I was going to just keep beating this truck up for 5 or 6 years as like a daily driver. But I start getting calls. I start getting emails. Start getting text messages. Hey, we want to offer you $62,000 for your truck. Hey, we want to offer you $65,000 for your truck. I'm like, I wasn't even looking to get a new truck, but the used truck prices have gone so crazy, and a lack of new inventory has pushed them up even further. And I'm like, you're telling me my truck's got 70,000 miles on it, and I beat it to hell, and you want to give me like 5 grand less than I paid for it? Well, all of a sudden I started looking for a new truck. Problem is, can't find a new truck. So I was close. I almost found a new Sierra 3500 that someone backed out of, but by the time they called me back, it was already sold. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go look at Ford. Maybe I just want to try something different. I've had GMs the last 2 or 3 times. Let's see what's going on with the Ford stuff. And I don't know why. I always wanted a King Ranch. I'm not even sure that fits my personality, but shit, maybe I'll buy a cowboy hat and some boots and change my shit up. Actually, probably not going to happen. Probably catch me in a backwards Detroit Tigers hat. But I'm like, all right, I'm going to go check out the King Ranch or the Platinum or whatever the hell they got. I built one, and I was like, all right, this looks pretty nice. I like the Tremor package. The fact that I always do something to my trucks. I lift them, I change the wheels, and the issue is I like OEM reliability. It doesn't matter who does my lift or my wheels or my tires. They just never have the same level of reliability. There's always something wrong. The one wheel I had, which they were nice wheels, but the metal's so thick on them that you couldn't get the tire pressure sensor to work on the one back wheel. Annoying. Or had a ball joint go out on my one lift kit at like 40,000 miles. It's just these little things that happen that I'm used to. Just if you just buy something and you leave it stock, how much you appreciate the stock reliability. I was big in the car stereo scene, and I'm still a big audiophile nut. I like bass. But no matter who ever wired the car up, over time of bouncing around and stuff, there's always a ground that comes loose, or there's always something where you can pretty much bounce around OEM electronics as much as you want, and they don't fail. So I've always appreciated OEM reliability. So I like doing the mods because I like how it looks and I like custom stuff, and I always found it hard to get what I really wanted from the dealer. Um, but then I saw this, I'm like, well, shit, I can kind of get what I want from an off-road package and still have that OEM reliability and warranty. So I thought, okay, this is cool. It's a little expensive for what you get, but reliability comes with the price. Whether you like it or not, that's true. So I built this thing out. Little stuff that I just, there's a lot more options on the Ford than I think GMC gives me. And I like that. I'm a person that's probably going to option it out all the way to the max. And, this thing, ended up being quite a bit more than a Sierra Denali, for example. But all right, cool. Tremor package looks nice. I live on a dirt road. And I keep buying black cars like a forking idiot. Um, it's they put the chloride down and you're screwed for 2 weeks. White makes my life a little bit easier. So I'm gonna do white, maybe get the black wheels, and then the King Ranch with the interior, all something different, not just black leather over and over and over again. So I'm like, all right, this looks cool. And then something else I thought was great. They actually give you an option for a factory winch. Um, I live out in the country. Not that uncommon to get one of your cars stuck doing stupid shit, or someone else gets stuck. Um, you get a ATV stuck. I mean, who knows? There's always something somewhere. People come up on your property and they get stuck. The idea of just having a factory winch, I thought that was pretty cool. Now, yeah, sure, I can go down to the 4x4 shop and get the winch installed and I do my lift kit, but it's nice to just buy the damn truck, have the off-road package, have the winch on. You got the 400 amp alternator, which is cool because if you want to, I look at the 400 amp alternator. It's like, well, shit, I could just throw an inverter, a big ass inverter off that, assuming I'm not running the winch at the same time, right? Um, got a boatload of power coming off again OEM gigantic factory alternator, which I think you can get the bigger alternator on the GMC too. There's all this stuff that's like cool. I can get this one-stop shop. I can just buy this truck. I don't gotta go get my custom work done. I got the OEM reliability. I'm gonna hit Ford up and see what I can get for a quote. And they're like, well, if you want an F-150, maybe you can order one in like 10 weeks, but don't quote us on that. And then if you want a 250 or 350, it's going to be a little bit longer. And I started poking around and talking to some people, and it's like, well, 4 months is kind of what I'm getting the vibe on. And that's if, things, they can get their hands on certain parts. And I'm like, 4 months ain't that bad. Realistically, that's going to be 6 months. And this was August when I did this, so I'm like, I really don't want to take delivery of a brand new truck in February. Um, since I live in a dirt road in Michigan winters, I kind of want to enjoy like one summer with the truck just being kind of new. February sucks. And when you live on dirt roads, March and April is hell because you go through the thaw, and they put the frost laws on and all that shit. And it looks like F-16 came along and just carpet bombs the road. And then it's muddy. It's hell. It's like I don't want to buy a brand new. I'm guessing this thing's like $80,000 ish, the way it's spec'd, and then take delivery in February, and then it's like, man, I'll just wait and see what happens. But it's like, oh, do I order one in December and you hope you get it in like May, and there's more delays. You're not going to get it till July, and by then the used car prices will probably go back down, and I'm gonna lose my incentive to go buy a new truck. But I just think it's crazy that here it is 2021 and we have set ourselves up to just be crippled because of like one chip, for example. Maybe it's multiple chips. You look at the supply chain crunches. I tell people, do you? I think we have this idea that we're the United States of America. We can fix anything. We're the government's going to come save you. We're this big, powerful country, and you realize we couldn't even get toilet paper last year. Like we couldn't get toilet paper. What? And it's hard to get paper towels. And then in my area, it was tough to get like milk and eggs, and then like bread was sold out. It's like, what do you think? Like the government's just going to come along and save your ass? You're going to like to save 330 million people? Look at every time we have a natural disaster in this country, how poorly like the hurricane responses are ran. But you think that they're just going to come along and save you? And here it is again. We're so dependent upon so many other countries and other people, we can't even fix our own issues with getting semiconductors right now. Like, what do you think? They were just going to go down to some semiconductor plant in California and print these things up really fast? Yeah, it doesn't work that way. The government's not going to snap their fingers and just fix all these supply chain issues. You kind of got this false sense of security, and you realize how many holes are in our supply chain and how dependent upon we are of like other countries of ships. How long did it even take a ship to get from Asia over to here? There is no quick solutions right now. But I think we live in this bubble where we think that it's the United States of America and we can just fix it like a snap. I mean, if you're gonna fix it like a snap, why couldn't I get milk last year? Like, little wake up call, right? And now we're kind of crippled because of a semiconductor. It's like, well, what else? What about defense? What if we needed to like manufacture a bunch of defense stuff and we couldn't get these semiconductors? There's so many thoughts that start rolling through my head that doesn't leave you a good feeling. Um, but I guess the flip side of it is there's economic incentive on all sides because it seems like not one country can kind of sustain life by itself without being dependent on another country. So I keep seeing these holes in our supply chain, and it's concerning. It's things that people warned you about or things they talked about in like 2005, and you're starting to see more and more of it come true. And man, someone else can just hold us hostage whenever they want. So I mean, I think a semiconductor plant burnt down, and then there's like a worker shortage, and there's like issues getting materials, and these plants you just can't build them really quick. They're very complicated plants. So I get it, but it's like, dude, you're telling me I gotta wait like 4 months or more to get a F250? Oh, man, not a fun time to be a car shopper. It's a fun time to be selling used cars though. So I had a friend that's like, I got two cars and I only need one right now. I'm just gonna sell the one and I'm just gonna wait because I can get so much cash for it. So it's probably not a bad way to go. Um, Anyways, this is the truck I was looking at building. I'm gonna post a review up of my what do I have? 2018 2500 Sierra. I was gonna post a review up. I just hit 70,000 miles on that. I got that BDS coilover kit on the front, some fuel wheels, and what I got? Ditto Ridge grapplers. It's been a pretty nice setup. I was gonna do a review on that truck. I beat it to hell. It's been pretty good to me. Minus, I got that def tank annoyance light going on. But it ended up being a nice old truck that I beat up for 70,000. So I'm gonna do a review of that, and I'll maybe post a couple more builds. I might still end up buying a GMC. I don't know. This thing looks pretty nice. I like the winch. I like the Tremor kit. It's they definitely got more technology, more options. Unfortunately, more shit to break, right? I kind of miss the old diesel trucks without all the emission stuff and without all the electronics and the stuff. You turned it on like a old farm tractor and it just went. And I feel like, yeah, the wind blows the wrong way and you get a check engine light these days. That's unfortunate. We took such a simple, reliable, you know, technology and have made things so complicated. But I don't know. If you got any more truck recommendations, drop me a comment and I'll take a look. Until then, I'll catch you on the next one.